Greetings. Welcome to a concept that I call Tesla and the 100,000 units problem. So what this video covers is the fact that autonomous vehicles, Tesla, there's a whole movement right now towards having machines driving people around. My goal to cover is to first review what's been going on with Tesla, and then two, review autonomous vehicles and some of the issues that are popping up that no one is discussing. So where we are right now is that Tesla ran into a problem. Instead of calling, they're calling their system an autopilot system. So instead of having the old days where they were calling it cruise control, which was the car is helping you drive, Tesla is moving the conversation towards how an airplane might be flown, where you simply put it on autopilot zone and the car gets you there and you're done. So they're experimenting with, if you will, with what might happen in the autopilot space. So I bring this up because the issue that popped up was that a Tesla owner at 65 or 70 miles an hour ran into a tractor trailer, and this autopilot system resulted in a dead driver. I decided to make this video partially because I think there are a lot of Tesla drivers right now believing in this autopilot process that are in danger of dying because they're over-relying on what their car can do. So why this is big and key is that there's a lot of push towards all the major manufacturers in different countries having autonomous vehicles. So they're taking it well beyond autopilot into the realm of simply machines driving people around. And that is kind of what Tesla is experimenting with the outer reaches of right now. What I should note on this is there's a 100,000 problem. And what that is that it turns out that when you mess with computers and software, it's possible that you actually have a machine that does the exact right thing 100,000 times, and then it does something crazy, and then it goes back to doing the right thing 100,000 times. The solution that the US had for this when it came to the space shuttle was there were actually 3 different computers, 2 of them running on one piece of software and the other computer running on, in this case, IBM software, one running on, I believe, software built by a company called Sperry. And the way it worked was for every decision that the computer wanted to do, it would check with the other 2 machines to make sure the decision being made was agreed upon. So only when those 3 machines agreed would the shuttle do whatever it was that function might be. Now, we don't have that going in cars. We just have one computer, and that computer makes its decision and it does its thing. And there is no fail-safe check with 2 other machines to make sure the decisions or non-decisions made by that vehicle don't end up killing the driver. So I think right now we're in a critical time because I'm concerned that because of only having one machine and having no fail-safe process for this, we're moving into a dangerous territory where all of a sudden you could have all these autonomous vehicles moving around. The 1 in 100,000 error that might occur happens, and a whole bunch of people end up dead. So my concern and why I wanted to make this video is I think Tesla drivers should note that their vehicle could run perfectly for 100,000 miles, no problem, 100,000 iterations of an activity, no problema. It's the problem is that one other iteration, you end up dead. So I would like to encourage you to consider the use of your autopilot as a cruise control and not as an autopilot, because it'll work well for you for quite a while. It's just that when it doesn't work well or it makes an error, you no longer on the planet. I think this is a cautionary note to regulators and everyone involved in this push towards automated driving, etc., because the computers can be relied upon until they can't be. Thank you. Would love to get your comments.